Today, we'll determine the best Korean Tekken player, with a few asterisks. You see, it's the end of Season 2. We have a big Korean major tournament that's mostly just Koreans and a few Japanese players, and then the Tekken World Tour Finals coming up shortly. So whoever wins this tournament is, at least until the finals, the best Korean Tekken player. Let's take a look at this tournament. This is the STL Season 2 Finals. If you've been watching the channel for the past few days, you'll know that I've been covering some of this top 8. Due to streaming restrictions, I can't put a full reaction up to the entire top 8. So this is what we get. Multiple episodes, but lots of great Tekken. A few exciting matches today. I've shown you in the notes below Ulsan versus Crescent and Lowhigh versus Knee as two of the highlights. And I cannot show you the rest of the matches without spoiling the results of the previous ones. Speaking of spoilers, if you haven't seen the first 2 episodes, I'm about to show the bracket. So, fair warning there. This is where we are in the tournament so far. Also, when I say today we're going to figure out who the best player is, this was like 14 days ago. This tournament happened a while back. Again, streaming restrictions and all that. So, the bracket thus far, we have Knee versus Lowhigh on the winner's side. Very exciting match. You know you're going to see a Bryan mirror there. And Crescent versus Ulsan is going to be the first one we're going to look at. I'm pretty excited about this because these styles are almost exact opposites. And I want to come to an understanding about how Ulsan is going to navigate this. Okay, I don't have any pre-analysis notes, so I'm going to give you the full screen view here. Yeah, we know that Ulsan is a high-tempo player. And we know that Crescent plays Clive, who is the stop sign character, both in range, the fact that he has a god parry, and the fact that his swords are unparryable. So, Clive is a really hard character to attack into consistently. We'll see how Ulsan tries to get through that toolkit and how Crescent chooses to pilot him. He's gotten a great lead so far in the first round. He's gotten around the parry twice now. That was the second one. Sidestep, booty, heat dash, launch. Stepping left, I believe, just to get more hits before the wall. Still gets a clean wall splat, but it didn't kill. He missed one hit in the combo. Still gets a kill off the mix-up into the low. Mix-up stance with the hammer chance is the one with the rocket launcher out. Counter hit string from Crescent. Ulsan swinging right back. Sidestep 2-1 finished. For some reason, Ulsan just calmly blocks and launch punishes. Wall carry is going to be clean. Anna Williams, a super strong character. My personal top 1 in Tekken 8 Season 2, and that's one of the reasons why I counter hit low into elbow wall splat, 3-hit string with the rocket, 1 mix to kill, raw booty. He knew that even if Crescent launched it, his back was to the wall, so he would not have taken a lot of combo damage. While standing 2, going for a mix, Crescent, nice 2-1 punish. Going for the Phoenix stance mixes. Second hit whiffed. Crescent a bit late. That is not the correct punish. It's spaghetti everywhere. Ulsan, his style is well fit for Anna, but does he have all the punishment and everything on lock? We're not sure. While standing 1-2, finishing off with a 1+2 heat dash. Crescent on the board now. Okay, forward 2-1, taking advantage of the sword range, but you can still sidestep the running 2 after that. Sidestep 3 hits crouch and nice parry. Disrespecting the plus frames with debatably the best parry in the game. Back 2 to peel off the wall here. Gets a tornado. Can he sidestep to get more hits? No. Okay, hammer chant. No, doesn't continue the rocket string. Just stops and goes into heat. Wow, 1+2 with the plus frames, just keeping it frame tight, forward, 1+2 to kill, and Crescent with 4 stacks of meter, his Zantetsuken meter, could take this game. Nice duck into the forward 2-1. Sometimes you have to call out this string. There are mid extensions. Crescent has been showing them, but as you can see, the reward is too high to not at least make the call out once in a while. Low sweep launch, heat burst to peel off the wall again, adding a lot more damage than he would have gotten otherwise. Nice block in the low, 2 throw, position change guaranteed on break. Forward 2-2-2 counter hit string while standing 2 is blocked, and a nice punish from Ulsan, a launch punish using the heat dash. What, the cross up by running over him? Counter hit, okay. And last hit situation, forward 1+2 heat dash. He needs to heal as much as possible. 2-2-2. Just hitting the block, but the parry doesn't succeed. I think the parry is too slow here. 2-2-2. Down forward 1. Yeah. If that is a -9 situation, then the parry is 1 frame too slow, I believe. Let me check the frame data on that. By the way, if you guys don't know, okazemi.gg is like the database for frame data right now. Yep, and this is the move 2-2-2, -9 on block, right? -9 on block, meaning when Anna does down forward 1, it's basically coming out in 4 frames, and the parry is frame 5, so that's why the parry didn't work at the end of that round. Keeping it frame tight, super important there. Good thing he didn't delay his offense, calling out Crescent for spamming the parry. Nice punish on the down 1. Okay, sidestep, down forward 2, around the 1+2. Nice defensive movement. But part of what makes Clive so difficult is that he has so many tracking options. Forward 2-2-2 counter hit, all guaranteed, as we saw last round, or last game. DF1 string cancels into Phoenix stance, only available in heat. He's gotten a ton of damage, all of the, like, it's all permanent damage too, just all of these grounded hits. One jab, down 1+2, nice tracking. Again, I was talking about tracking options to complement the 1+2 and the more linear moves. Down 1+2 is one of them. Nice whiff punish on the slide. Barely out of range there. Very, very sharp. Okay, raw Chaos Judgment goes into the roll again, running the situation back. Duck and 1+2 punish under the elbow. It's a bit hard to launch, so Crescent picked a safer whiff punish there. Something that he knew would connect. Now that he's in heat, he needs to make the most of it. He's running out of bar. QCF 2-1 contesting Clive's range, one of Anna's great strengths in this matchup. It's not just the forward 4-2 rocket launcher. That QCF2 is nasty. Okay, raw stance sweep. Full crouch sweep, not low parryable. Back 2, swinging right away at the tip range of the sword. And a nice full down forward 1 string, but no wall splat. Unfortunate for Crescent. Okay, no parry on the second hit there. Okay, down 1. While standing 3. Very, very nice. Yeah, when Anna does the forward 3 into the rocket launcher, the mid-mid, you can power crush the second hit, and Clive can parry it. So, Crescent was probably looking for the low. But he's up 2 rounds now, and it's looking quite good. Homing mid option. Ulsan responding with his own homing mid. Okay, interrupting the low attempt from Ulsan. Nice counter hit 2-2-1. Sweeps the leg again. Tons of mix-ups. Sidestep left. He couldn't get around the heat burst, but mashes. Down forward 2 at -1. Heat burst does not have that much advantage on block. Nice conversion here. He's probably going to save heat for one more mix-up. Sidestep 3 doesn't even need it. Doesn't even need it. Okay, counter hit. Knockdown into guaranteed rocket. Finishing the string this time. Tons of homing chop from Ulsan, just trying to shut down sidestep button from Crescent. He already has the lead, so he doesn't need to force a kill. But he's shutting down the sidestep, which will give him more chance to play his mix-up game and not get counter hit by like a sidestep 2-1 or sidestep down forward 2. Might also be able to bait the parry out. Heat smash, tons of block pressure, but it's all gray and Ulsan hasn't heat engaged yet. So we know, oh no, hit confirm on the sidestep 2, that's tough. Now Ulsan has a chance to run away with this. Yep, big heal, and all of that advantage has evaporated for Crescent. Nice block punish on the power crush. Grounded hit, hold on. Chunky damage from Anna. One slide will do it. Goes for the heat smash instead. Doesn't want to get too predictable with the low, but he lost the wall position. Forward, 2-2-2, wall splat. And I think Bahamut kills here. Wow. Ulsan tried to play it conservatively. Didn't want to force the kill too quickly with like an obvious low, and Crescent took advantage of that. Look at this. After this side swap was high IQ, but then yeah, forward 2-2-2 right away at that spacing. Ulsan finally wanting to close it out. Maybe it was the pressure of the wall at his back, but all guaranteed on counter hit, and Crescent choosing the Zantetsuken extension. I think maybe in case he didn't kill, gain some meter off that. Or maybe it has a more favorable wall splat situation than the forward 2-2-2. I'm not super familiar with how that string behaves in that situation. But now, 1-1. 3 exploding walls on each side. And both characters with a lot of wall carry. Nice block on the sweep. What a call out. That's actually decent too, because if Clive goes for the heat engage there, the mid, you still have a full HP to survive his heat state. A full HP bar to survive his heat state. And look at this situation now. Oh my goodness. Canceling the stances, just going for another mix on wake up, waiting for him to stand up and sweeping him. Ulsan looking quite fluid with the Ana now. This is quite exciting. I'm not the biggest fan of Ana. She might be my least favorite character in the Tekken franchise. But seeing Ulsan wield her strengths and getting more comfortable with her is pretty cool to me. For the pros to compete at this level and against strong defenders with movesets they're not fully familiar with is somewhat cool to me. I will say that Ana is a bit more boosted than she was in previous games, to put it mildly. Wow, the third rocket missed. Didn't know that could happen. What a whiff punish, man. I think Ulsan is just so good at wielding, like, the pressure she generates, you know? Like, the fact that she makes you want to keep her out. He's playing the whiff punishes. He's playing the movement really well. And his, like, his neutral game is so fast that he can pick up on when the mix-up is a good choice to go for. He doesn't need to force it over and over again. And I think that's why Ulsan's Ana, in particular, is more watchable for me. Down one is blocked, not to mention his defense. Sights up two again. Ulsan is just chilling. Takes his frames with just a jab. Restricting how much leeway Crescent has to move around. Clearly valuing Ulsan, clearly valuing the small poke damage and permanent damage you can get against Clive there, as well as the control. Nice chop counter hit, guaranteed rocket. That is 36. Heat burst for heat burst. It literally traded. Or maybe it whiffed. Wall splat. Super dead. No! I spoke too soon. Nice baiting out the parry, but he didn't get a bigger punish. He didn't get a bigger punish. That's tough. He had the timing locked in, but not the exact read on the parry. Okay, limit break strings into the sweep. Garuda grab cancel. DF1 mash. Luckily, it floated Ulsan. Otherwise, Ana would have gotten a combo. Sweep. Nice punish again. Okay, Odin. His back is to the wall, building a bit of meter. Getting some plus frames is quite nice, but I don't think he's going to have a nasty... He didn't finish it! And wall splat him! Oh! Leviathan! Running two, mix, just goes mid. Two throw, getting wall position again. Interrupts. This time, Ulsan picking a super long range option. Aware of the last time where Crescent ripped the forward 2-2-2, he challenges again. Oh, he's shimmying up close. No commitment. Heat smash to go under a high. Back to power crush trades. Parry. And Ulsan mashes. But I have never seen Clive lose after a successful parry. I'm pretty sure his follow-up is basically guaranteed. Chop, chop, rocket. The low whiff. I've never seen that. Sidestep is clean. Crescent fuzzy low blocks, but stands up just in time to block the rocket launcher. No whiff punish available there. Maybe he didn't expect it to whiff. Two throw, counter hit, broken. Sidestep heat burst. It's a final round here. Loser's side. Oh, but he gets counter hit. Now it's a last mix. Down forward 1-2. Plus frames. Keeping it solid. Sidesteps around, but what happened? Ulsan had to keep blocking. If he acted too soon there, he would have died. He kept it really patient. That was good. Down back 4. But now Crescent has the advantage. Ulsan has to find another opening. Raw booty for his life. Not bad, Ulsan. Not bad. That was insane. Look at this heat smash situation. What the heck? This looks like it should be over, especially when Ulsan makes this read. No, sidestep around the heat burst from Crescent. Tries to heat smash. The whiff punish whiffs. I know there's so many particles, but you can see that Ana is still moving. So he whiffs, but Ulsan can't whiff punish right away. There's still active hitboxes here. That's why he runs up and blocks. And now it's a huge, intense, last moment situation. At least for Crescent. He runs so much offense there and tries to find a better delayed timing, and Ulsan just throws the booty. Wow. Insane last losers game there. Great start. All right. And that's just the appetizer, because now we have Lowhigh versus Knee. Lowhigh versus Knee starting at 2:54:11. I include the timestamps here, not just for my reference, but in case you feel like watching this after the fact, you now have the timestamp. Bryan mirror coming through. Lots of strong opinions about Bryan this season. And honestly, Bryan, I think, is a war criminal. Okay, let's get that out of the way. But his nature as a defensive counter hit character means that you see more Tekken on the screen. because it's in Bryan's favor to let the opponent try to attack him, give up their timings, and then find the counter hits. So you see more Tekken on both sides. It's rare to see a Bryan at high level just spamming buttons. It's either going to be movement, it's going to be taunt, it's going to be defensive movement, or an occasional gigantic hitbox. Look, they're just dashing each other's faces and jabbing. It's because they have the threat of nukes on both sides. But you get to see a lot more action compared to like a Williams Sisters mirror, you know, where it's just string, string, string. Counter hit QCB1. Lowhigh's lead is disappearing. Nice conversion from Knee on the right. Shirtless Bryan, 1-2-1, no counter hit. 1-2-1 again. Counter hitting the second timing. Lowhigh wearing the what Wesker outfit? I'm not a Resident Evil guy. Oh my goodness, ran in his face for 3 seconds and then QCB1 counter hit him. Disgusting. Blew up the wall. Okay, flip him over at the down back 3. Taunt. Doesn't get the taunt back 4, even though he got the tech roll. 1-2-4. Caught Lowhigh mashing after the 1-2. Sidestep. Got around it. Nice. High splat. Forward, forward, 4. Knees combo game looking a lot nicer. Down 4. He's clearly locked in. Forward, forward. 1+2. Counter hit. That button is an issue. If we're going to talk about Bryan, and we will, that button is a huge issue. I cannot believe he's had that for 2 years now. Okay, DF1s. But Knee got around the last one with side steps to the left on each block. Forward 3, jab. I do know the Bryan mirror is kind of toxic. And I say that because I've heard Bryan mirrors talk about it. Bryan players talk about it. I'm not well versed in the Bryan mirror. Nice sidestep right around the 1-2-1. DF1 just 3 hits because the sidestep put it off axis. Nice sidewalker on the QCB1. Knee finding where Lowhigh wants to place that and playing a lot of small pokes, looking like Bilal's Bryan. Just fast 1-2s over and over to restrict when the other player can play. And then you give him a few openings and you look for that counter hit opportunity. Requiem. Dash QCB1. Counter hit jab is good. Knee trying to snipe the timing here. Forward for 1+2, but the jab recovered in time. Jab interrupt. 1-2-1. Tons of 1-2-1s. Both players throwing 1-2-1 over and over again. Down 4 at the tip. What a backdash whiff punish. Oh, you love to see that. Run that back one more time. Run that back one more time. 1-2-1, 1-2-1. They're boxing up close. Bit of a range game. Tip spacing on the down 4 backdash QCB2. You love to see that. Hatchet kick, forward 3, mock kick. And then Lowhigh forward 3's knees, dash forward 3. Wall combo. Okay, down 2. Sidestep duck. Getting a nice wall position here. Sidestep around the jab. Heat burst. Forward 3 is sidestep duck while standing 1. Very, very nice play from Lowhigh. Requiem missed. That would have been kill. Heat smash is good. All right, no problem. No problem. No cause for alarm. No cause for alarm. Hatchet kick to the knee. That was an unintended joke. 1-2-1. Part of the reason 1-2-1 is being spammed so much is it's only -6 on block, which is really good for like a high mid string. The fact that you can still move around Bryan's slower buttons after that means it's a really dumb string in this matchup. Also, because they're both counter hit characters and not like straight up mix up characters, giving up your turn over and over is not the end of the world. And a -6 give up your turn again, like I just said, still has some counterplay available. Okay, while standing 4. Jump jab! Requiem. Nice power crush. Block. Both have snake eyes. That's forward for 1+2 on the table. Knee cannot survive 1 power hit, but he gets a run-up Neo Incinerator after so much QCB1 getting Lowhigh to duck. 1-2-1. Big back 1 from downtown. Tries to punch parry. Wow, Knee closing it out in a tight scramble. After the big counter hits, their end of rounds kind of shrink back to this small Tekken where they don't want to give up huge advantages. They don't really need a huge counter hit to convert, right? So it's cool watching the evolution of the match as their health bar values change, which is something I think you see less of in general in Tekken 8. When you think of how like gray health healing works, you get a lot of action even when somebody has been losing a lot of the round. But in these Bryan mirrors where they don't need the counter hit, they can afford to keep chipping away. Nice back 4, forward 2 links. That's very tight. Forward 2, 1+2 is flash ducked. Doesn't get the launch punish, but he finds the counter hit back 1 instead. Nice down back 2 wall carry here. Awkward sidewall, so he stops the combo early, keeping his resources. Whiff punish! Very nice. Knee stopped advancing and moving forward and just let Lowhigh swing at him. And the keep out, despite being super long range, completely whiff. Oh my goodness. Sidestep jet upper. Double 4-1 combo. Doesn't even go into heat. And this is something I talk about a lot. In Season 2, there's too much comeback potential. Lowhigh tried it. He tried the full down forward 1 string. There's too much comeback potential that fighting somebody who has heat when you don't have heat is too ugly. So it's better to forward 1+2 to kill him. It's better to save your heat engage or heat burst for situations where you can either close out against them or you need it defensively, like to shut down their heat. But if you use your heat too early and it's gone and they go into heat state, you might just straight up lose the round. Down forward 2-3, no counter hit. Lowhigh was moving. Hard duck while standing 1. Lowhigh played a delay timing QCB1, and Knee was still down there. He was so committed to that read. This is looking so nasty. Oh my, whiff punish hatchet kick down 4. Knee goes up 2 games. First it was a nail biter, then it was a 3-0. Holy moly. Holy moly. Quick rematch. There's not much to think about here. You just got to keep playing your reads and situations. These guys have played each other so much. They know everything about each other. All you can do is play better Tekken. That's kind of fire. Fighting a training partner in a tournament is so miserable. It's so stressful. Double forward 3-0 on block. They trade. Interrupting the second Knee there. Knee, an expert in countering himself. That was a terrible pun. 2-3 late on the block punish, but heat burst gets through the 3+4. Sidestep hatchet. Notice he sidestepped Bryan's down forward 2. Sidestep left working well against Bryan's small Tekken. He's snake dashing. Okay, you think you have my timing? Let's start moving around. Counter hit QCB1. Lowhigh second form. Very, very exciting. What's next? Down 2 counter hit, but he keeps sidewalking and Knee doesn't finish. Hatchet kick is blocked. QCB1 ducked and launched. Lowhigh seeing the Matrix or something. Because all of a sudden, he's looking so dominant. And yeah, 1 read goes a long way when Bryan combos do like 60 to 70%. But that's something you gotta factor in. Back 4 block punish. Very nice. Heat burst for heat burst. Lowhigh went second. He wins. Requiem heat dash. He really thought it was gonna hit. Neo Incinerator with the last stack of Snake Eyes. Down 3 to kill. Even if Knee blocked it, there's the threat of the high. It's a great killing string for Bryan. It's a low high string. This is the jokes write themselves. Counter hit 3+4. To the literal corner. There's nowhere to run anymore. You have to throw to hope to side swap. But Lowhigh is going to fight his way out, and a counter hit's a great way to do it. While standing 3, sidewall saves Knee's life, cancels the heat burst. Now Knee's in heat. Lowhigh still in an ugly position, finds the back 4 link. Knee clean as always. He still has a Snake Eye stack. He just used it as soon as I said that. And Lowhigh looking to heat smash, hopefully, or 1-2-4. But he gets no opportunity because Knee plays the smallest Tekken you've ever seen a Bryan play for that long period of time. And Knee closing it out, stopping the bleeding. Lowhigh's 2 quick rounds coming to a stop. Requiem heat engage. 3 hits of Neo Incinerator. That string also needs to go, man. Wow. They tried to play timings and sidewalks left, and Knee still clipped him with a forward 3. Taunt back 4, nobody home. Requiem connects. Seen this combo a million times. They have, I should say. Up forward 2. Okay, Lowhigh saved his Snake Eye stack. He wants a forward 1+2. He wants a Neo Incinerator. Still hard ducking confidently for those QCB1s. Whiff punish. There's the forward 1+2. Near checkmate situation. Needs to find some healing, which he has. Never mind. Not a real checkmate situation if he gets out of it. FDX. Come on. 1-2-1 into 1-2. Lowhigh a 1-2-1 demon this set. And gets on the board with the game. We have a match here. It's never over. Knee was looking so strong, but this matchup is too volatile to count anybody out. Apologies, I'm still sick, so excuse me a moment. You watch Bryan throw this. I think somebody called it an I-beam. I was asking what it was called in my last video. Like I said, rebar, but I was gently corrected. Okay, wall carry with the 2-4 out of QCF that gives the Snake Eye stack. Nice little combo awareness there because it doesn't have as much wall carry, but it gave him the opportunity to win that interaction. Oh, they traded. Fortunate for Knee because the Neo Incinerator would have wall splatted, but he dies to the sidestep heat smash anyways. And if you are the type of person to kind of get bored seeing the same character on the screen, like, challenge yourself to, like, zoom in. You know, look at the micro movements. Nice mod kick. It's sidestep duck, and it's all with intention. It's all with intention and the idea that they want to counter what the other player has been showing them. Not just in this set, but over the past years of them fighting. Guard break, extension on the safe counter hit launching mid, taunt 4-1 to kill. These hazards are a problem. That guard break is a problem. But I don't even know the solution at this point. Double down back 3, need jabs after. DF1 into forward 3, hoping Lowhigh would challenge him on a bit of a delay. But Lowhigh is staying quite patient, down forward 1's back. Knee showing some back 1 now also to complement his QCB 1s. Big power mid with plus frames. Okay, Neo Incinerator. Knee tries to move after and gets 1-2'd. Gets 1-2'd again! Knee getting clipped for moving over and over and over again. Lowhigh playing this really nice small control Tekken to counter the movement. It's no longer, is he ducking? Is he standing? Is he backdashing? It's here he's sidestepping. 1-2. Here he's going to duck. And the nasty part about this too is it's... Oh, controller disconnect. The nasty part about this too is not just 1-2 to track. It's not that brain dead. It's not homing, right? It's 1-2 at this frame situation where it'll work out. Are they playing? Are they just playing it out? They're just playing it out. They say, ah, whatever, controller disconnect, that's fine. I think production thought they would remake, but they just kept playing. But yeah, the fact that Lowhigh's tracking with 1-2 is a factor of his understanding of the timing, both in the literal frame situation where with enough advantage it'll track, and the fact that Knee may be stepping on timings that he can answer with 1-2. Like if you create it in practice mode and just have a block situation and then a 1-2, it's not like, it's pretty predictable and easy to get around. But it's Tekken, it's fluid, it's between two humans. Not everything happens on the exact same fixed timings, unless it's like a block punish or something, right? Multiple DF1s, but Knee is just chilling out, wanting to use the last of his heat gauge. He traded there in the heat engage, but that's fine. No, misses the taunt conversion. Heat engage, I meant heat dash, but you know what I meant. QCB1, 1-2-1 counter hit. Okay, giving it right back to him. 1-2-1, 1-2-1. Yeah, hold this dumb string, man. 2-2 situation, and with what this stage has 6 floor breaks. 6 floor breaks on this stage. Bryan is very happy on this stage. Down 4. A decent lead, but nothing that Knee could not come back from. Bryan is never really out of it. Wow! What a forward 3. Does he take the floor here? He has to, right? Yeah, he has no resources left. Take as much damage as you can get. Maybe spike him with orbital. Yep. Hatchet kick, trying to catch a delayed wake up. Down 4. Sidestep right around the down back 1+2. Very, very nice. Yep. Now they're poking again. He sidestepped the throw. Sidestep the throw gets sidestepped too by Knee. DF1 counter hit, full confirm. Down 4. Wow, tip range. Maybe a bit late on the punish. They're both sidestep ducking in parallel. Uh-oh. This is what I'm talking about. Lowhigh has no heat now. So watch if Knee is able to take advantage of that. Lowhigh is playing quick, but he's lost the wall position. He's lost his resources. But his defense is holding up. Uh-oh. As soon as I say that. Orbital over the down back 3? Back to the wall, no options, no resources. How did he blow that up? It was on the edge of the square. No, if that hit the wall, I would have closed the stream. I would have closed the stream if Bryan hit the wall there. Oh my goodness. Ridiculous. Lowhigh spent everything and still found the win on that round. But Knee finds the counter hit here. Down back 2 to confirm, even on the trade. He doesn't have a floor break to use, so he probably heat bursts. That's right. QCF 2-2 maybe? Yeah, after the back 3. Blow up the floor. Take the resources when you can. Up forward 2. All right, let's see Lowhigh find his way out of this one. I was trying to say what? Squirrel? Weasel? I mixed up my rodents. Back 1. Down 2 counter hit. And now it's a final round. 2-2, 2-2. Winner's side. But nobody wants to go into losers in this level of tournament. Nice block. Oh, we tried to finish it. Counter hit jab. Lowhigh's gotten a small lead here. Knee has taken the lead. All permanent health. He's looking to close it out here. Goes into heat. A Requiem will do it. A counter hit will do it. But Knee's just blocking. And Lowhigh's going in now. Down jab. Knee clams up and eats a mid. Just off of his backdash. An absolute disaster. He still has a pixel of heat. He spends it. No duck in the last hit. Rage Art on the down forward one. It is not over. Lowhigh's going to be in rage. Both of them have snake eyes. Any amount of redumping, now is the time. Knee can still heal some, but he won't survive a rage art under any circumstances. 1-2-1. 1-2-1. Interrupt the hatchet kick and a final call out. He reads Knee's slower button on his minus frame situation, and he mashes DF1. What a scramble. 1-2-1 -6. Knee tries to hatch it, and Lowhigh does a down forward one anyways. Attacking from minus is a skill. Attacking from minus is a skill. Or, well, is it a skill? Attacking from minus is an essential part of fighting games, is what I wanted to say. And it's a skill. They'll call you a masher, and you will laugh with the victory. Let that be a lesson to you guys. Great match, huh? We're not even done yet. The next one is Ulsan versus Mulgold. This is what it's all about, man. This is what it's all about. Look how exciting this is going to be, man. Two of the fastest players, two of the strongest Korean players, two of the most well-decorated Korean players. About to do business. But actually, I'm jumping ahead in the set. And the reason is because we've seen a lot of Claudio Dragunov in Season 1. And in Season 2. Me personally, I've seen enough Claudio Dragunov to, tear my eyeballs out. So what I wanted to show you is, at this point in the set, it's 2-1. Mulgold versus Ulsan. Mulgold has just taken the lead. Ulsan now switches to his Ana. Now, some may find it blasphemous that I took Dragunov off the screen to show more Ana Williams. To that, I say this is my YouTube channel. This is the match I wanted to see. I think Ulsan's Dragunov is very, very cool, obviously. But I want to see how he's playing the Ana. And I want to kind of laser focus on that. Counter hit 2 jab, maybe it's all the same. Sweep. DF1, homing chop. Nice backdash. Tried to duck and launch, but was just a bit too slow. I feel like the whiff recovery should be higher. Truthfully. DF1, chop. Nice little forward dashes into a couple lows. Sidestep booty. Heat dash launch on Lowhigh. Lowhigh, Mulgold. BDX. No wall spot in the 3-2. That's unfortunate. Homing option. Doesn't finish the string. Okay, heat dash. And suddenly, look at how equal the HP bars are now. Heat makes such a big difference, and he lost! Ulsan lost! I thought Mulgold was dead! But Mulgold equalizes right here. Off of the heat engage, right? The 3-2. And then carries all the way and finds the comeback. Very, very good stuff. It's never over in Season 2. I keep saying it in like every video, but it's really, these players really show it to me every time. Interrupting, disrespecting the stances. You have to. Sidestep 4. Just blocking against Ana all the time is not favorable. Finding the place to interrupt is important. But that's not a good time to get hit. Forward 3-2, and Ulsan peels him off the wall with the sidewalk left. Boom, boom, boom. Wall to wall, literally. Oh my goodness, Tornado caught him airborne. Heat dash to save the combo. Claudio's flipping over, but strong aerial tailspin saves him. That combo, that round was like 90% combo. I think strong aerial tailspin does way too much stabilization of combos. Outside of lengthening them, the fact that you can stabilize awkward sidewall situations and just continue a combo, it's cool like the first few times. It's cool as the pilot, but I think for both defenders and spectators, it is a little fatiguing to see combos just keep going. QCF 2-1 counter hit here. It like almost always leads to a wall situation. Every wall splat almost always leads to a resplat situation. And it's like, yeah, that's my gripe on strong aerial tailspin. I would like to see people only get one per combo before they get the far push away. Or I'd like to see it removed, but I know that's probably not going to happen. Anyways, while I was yapping, Mulgold finished off the round with a nice conversion into one last mix-up with the guard break potential charge string. Potential guard break charge string is probably a better way to put that. Nice duck under the second hit. Yep. Down forward 3-2 as wall carry. Does it twice. Gets some starburst with his ender. Running 2. Tons of chip. Down back 3 is blocked. Mix up. That does a chunk. Look at where did Mulgold's HP go? Sidestep. Gets hit in the feet. Gets counter hit in the face. Counter hit again. And it's not a launcher in that situation. Or it's not a launcher ever. It's the fact that it hits the wall that usually makes it launch. It's a wall splatting elbow. Dash dash DF1. Nice hard call out in the QCF1. Very important there. And being fast enough to whiff punish that is not easy. I've been having trouble with that even in Tekken 7. I don't think they changed the properties that much, but it's so hard to whiff punish. Nice duck into the running 2. Ulsan not getting a launch. Nice little whiff punish there. Look at this. The follow-up mix-ups do a chunk because it's all permanent health. Nice block punish from Mulgold. Counter hit doesn't finish. Sidestep 4. Ulsan challenging with his pokes. Getting in there. Sidestep heat burst. Evasion. Both players so evasive. He didn't do anything. Ulsan was playing so fast, then finished it off with a sidestep block. What a scrap that was. Every round was like never over, except for like a couple where Mulgold was steamrolling. But Ulsan closes it out with the Ana pick, tying it up 2-2. They rematch onto Pack Pixels. I swear I see too much Pack Pixels and Phoenix Gate. But at least Pack Pixels is kind of pretty. Anyways, the floor breaks. Neither Heat Smash is a floor breaking one. Neither character has like the meter spend moves that will do that either. So, I think in neutral, we won't expect crazy floor breaks. It would be like just an enhancement to existing combos or floats. Boom, boom. Yep. He's spinning. Oh, the sidewall still saved him. Ulsan just moving forward as if nothing happened. Counter hit 2 jab. Didn't confirm it. Cancels the down forward 1-2 string. He's flow stating. You only get a small 11 frame punish on that rocket. Chop. That chop is so good. He didn't duck the second hit. Small punish on the power crush. Low, 1 too many. Ulsan's been getting a lot of mileage out of that low out of hammer chance. Interrupt the approach from Mulgold, but then the Beyblade connects from a distance. Can't challenge him twice, I guess. Install spent. He spent the starburst on the running 1+2. He wanted to end it. Nice flash dunk rage. Oh, it wasn't in time. It wasn't in time? I thought he had it, man. Nice sidestep on the DP. Sidewall saved with the booty. Forward 3-2. No power crush from Mulgold. Again, the threat of the low is a bit annoying. Nice. He keeps calling out the hammer chance low, this time with the hop kick. Get more reward than if you just block and punish it. Very nice. Float. Oh, extension failed. He blocks the get up kick. You don't get a punish anymore in Tekken 8. They want you to get up kick like it's Virtua Fighter. Okay. Oh, wow. Hop kick to beat the delayed dash attack. Very, very nice. A heat burst. Running 2. Tons of resources here to close it out. So Ulsan just playing the chop back 4-2 counter hit. Mulgold found the right time to block and the right time to attack. Very nice. By the way, the reason you see Ulsan spamming the chop is because 1+2 is +1 on block. So it's a mid homing +1 on block button from Ana. Very cool. DF1-2 block and launch. Yep. I know you guys see Claudio players spamming that button in red ranks. You gotta block and launch that. I just made that up. I don't even know if I need to do another run through the low ranks to like understand how people play. But I feel bad like smurfing, you know? So I might just have to commit to the content arc for that and just to get a better understanding to like teach people. Nice, different down 4 extension. Block! I don't know what Ana gets there. You should be able to punish it. Sidewalk around the slide, doesn't get the float because he slid too far away. Tried to whiff punish. That was a good attempt, but Ulsan just slightly too slow. And is that going to cost him? Too many mistakes, perhaps? Can he even get into heat? Down 4-3-2 confirm. Nice! Oh! He had so many good high reads, but was just too slow. Just too slow. That's tough. That happened like 3 times in the set. GG's though, obviously well played to Mulgold regardless. And that takes us to a banger An absolute banger of a loser's final set. Take a look at the bracket here. 342. Knee versus Mulgold on the loser's side. That's the match we have up next. And then the winner will fight Lowhigh in the grand final. A very, very exciting series of matches. If you've been watching this far along, I know it's a longer video, let me know in the comments. I appreciate it a ton. And I'm excited to bring you these last two matches. Biggest tournament I think we'll have going into the Tekken World Tour Finals. There are a few European ones coming up that I will try to get some coverage on. But, yeah. People, okay, also in the comments, people keep saying Knee and Mulgold look the same. No, they don't. Okay? That's a litmus test, and you failed. Bryan versus Claudio. He threw the I-beam at the camera again. That probably... Actually, there's a river around them, so nobody got hurt. Oh, wait, that's different. I was thinking of the Fakuram one where he kicks it away. Yeah, the cameraman is dead. Anyway, sidestep 4. 2 throw broken. Claudio doesn't get a side swap here. Dashing in and just blocking. And whiff punishing the forward. Oh, my. Oh, that was beautiful, man. Knee representing his strong and imposing presence right in Mulgold's face, and Mulgold whiffed. But one combo does not end a round in Season 2. Even 2 combos don't. Sidestep QCB1 might, though. 1, 2, 4. Heat dash. Yep. No funny business. Back 3. 1+2. Safer kill string. Less damage, but because of the sidewall, it made sense to pick an option like that. I actually didn't know that you could do that. That's pretty cool. Forward, forward, 4. Mulgold not wanting to give Knee the high. That's duckable. More willing to give up his turn and play more Tekken after. Although, how much is he really giving up his turn? Claudio forward, forward, 4. I think they changed the frames on that. At least since I last checked. 2-1. Dash block. Get past the heat burst. Knee is the empowered state right now to end his life. So Mulgold just moving. Wow. Sidewalk left. Still got clipped and they position changed. And he eats the Requiem after all that. But the sidewall saved his life. He has a chance now. Back 4-2 heat dash. Okay. DP gets interrupted by Neo Incinerator. Cannot evade that mid, Mr. Claudio. Knee going up 2-0. I was talking about Mulgold giving up his turn with the forward, forward, 4 over and over again. It's -1 on block. He's not even really giving up that much. But he gets counter hit by the QCB1 anyways. That mid is insane. Forward 3. Forward 3. Forward 3 again! Nasty position there. Mulgold can't sidewalk to the left because the wall is covering that side, so Knee's just spamming forward 4. Knee's just spamming forward 3 because, like, you can't get around this. You can't get around this. You can't get around this. So Mulgold would have to mash, right? It's 0 on block. Knee can move. Knee can counter hit. Depending if Mulgold picks a slower button or a faster button. But movement being locked away in that situation is so nasty. Let me look at that whiff punish again. Let me look at that whiff punish in this first round. Yep. Dashing up, dashing up, dashing up. He eats the low even. Breaks the throw. Dash up, jab. Down back 3. And then he backs up right about here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was tight. Anyways, game 2. Mulgold now switches to Fakuram. This has been his go-to pick against Knee, I think. He gave the Claudio a try. He was coming off hot against that Ulsan win. Oh, the farm workers! That's what I mean. Fakuram kicks the I-beam, and there are innocents around. But I guess in the lore, he's supposed to keep war going. Anyways, you'll notice the playstyle change. Knee, rather than just moving and blocking now, is spamming back 1 in his face and is dashing in. Because giving Fakuram range and control allows him to mix you for free. So the most stable thing, even though attacking in Tekken is risky, because of movement and counter hits and power cards and things like that, Knee going in to restrict when Mulgold can play is so important against Fakuram. It did not pay off in this round. Counter hit down 4. It did not pay off in this round. Alright, 1-4. Wow! Shimmy, shimmy, running 3, and Knee sidestepped on the later timing, not spending it right away. Spending his movement, I should say. Mulgold has a stack of Rama now. It's not as scary as Snake Eyes, but the wall's close. And if it hits the wall, then it's super high reward. Dashing in. Okay, Heat Burst gets him away from that 3+4 for now, and a Heat Dash launch with a down forward 1-4. Blows up the wall now. Probably wants to induce variance with that downstairs, but he doesn't get the kill. Oh, no, he doesn't get the kill. All right. Okay, very well. Down 4 is blocked and launched, yep. And the big thing about Fakumram is that he he really tests your defense, right? Because you can't move and defend in like any kind of solid way against him necessarily. Everything has coverage. But the moment that you do get a defensive read off, you have to capitalize. So ducking the down 4, sidestepping the jet kick. Oh, eating the heat smash. Every single thing you do has to be so precise in order to cash out. Otherwise, if you let him get away with that, the numbers do not add up in your favor at all. And he's blown up the floor. He tornadoes. Oh my goodness, the 1-2-1-4 killed? 3 straight rounds with the Fakumram. Ni having some good initial strategy, but not able to convert it to the game count. Alright. Surely the fence stopped that I-beam. I learned the name I-beam, and now I'm just saying it whenever I can. I feel like a toddler. Oh, sidestep, but he got tracked by the homing high. Better luck next time, buddy. 1-2-1. Doesn't go for the punish in case the last hit went through. He would have gotten wall splatted. Doesn't make sense to challenge there necessarily. Forward 3 gets backdash. Fakumram's single backdash is also really underrated. He's a very evasive character off the single backdash. Wow, 1-2-4 hit the wall. Also, even though he's a larger character, there's not like... There are big body combos that work on him, but the standard big body combos against like Jack and Bears don't necessarily work on him. He's like a unique body type. Forward 3. 2-throw counter hit is broken. Very nice from Ni. Very sharp. 1-2-4 interrupt. Jab strings are great to interrupt the delays on his kick strings. Power crush. The last hit. Ni has dialed in a bit more anti-Fakumram, and it's looking quite good. Double back 1. Again, running with the pressure. QCB1 evading the jab. Ducks the jet kick, but gets a jab instead of while standing 1. Now his back is on the wall. Uh-oh. High splat. Conversion. Forward for 3 gets... Wow. Barely sidestepped. Baits out the power crush. DF1-1 splat. Very nice. A fortunate float. QCF2-1 resplats. Ni has some resplats. Okay. Nice block. Can't punish. They wanted to be like Virtua Fighter. Heat smash. QCB1. Hatchet. Oh, he canceled it instead of going for the knee extension. Back 3 homing. Also a nasty move. Jet kick. Huge plus frames. Plus frames again. Finish the string. Punish. Oh! I think Ni was looking for the extension because Mulgold has a stack, so there's a 3rd hit, so he did the power crush. But Mulgold didn't give him the 3rd hit, so the power crush just got block punished. That's nasty. 1-1. This is still a 1st to 3, by the way. The losers final is 1st to 3. And the loser semi, as we saw with Ulsan versus Mulgold. Wow, nobody home for that one. Okay, unsafe. Hatchet kick, yep. Forward 3. Oh, the second hit of 1-1 is so annoying when you're fighting against Fakumram. Yeah, he's weaker up close, but the 1-1 shutting you down once you've gotten in, quite annoying. Okay. Mulgold not in rage yet. I don't know, as soon as I say that. Heat smash. Jet kick plus frames. Standing 3. The mix-up, and Ni was ready to block that? The Tekken 7 rage drive? Nice. Flash duck under the down forward 1-4. That is a high. It doesn't look like it. I was shocked to find out that that was a high. Back 3 heat engage. Nice. QCB1 going under the jab is so cheap. Counter hitting the follow-up string hits. 94 damage off that. That is some robbery, man. Wow. 1 throw. Uh-oh. Rama stance. The low. Knee. What a block, man. He just guesses right. On top of playing Tekken well, you're telling me he can guess right too. Back 1 counter hit. Nasty combo, no heat to stabilize. You have to do it the normal way. Up forward 2-2-2-3, no problem. No problems at all. Ni figuring out some solutions. Maybe the closer walls coming into play, but now it's 2-1. And once again, Fakumram is about to kick this construction apparatus straight into the crowd. It would be a little extra flair if people in the crowd got hit by that, wouldn't it? Oh, counter hit 3+4. The combo dropped? 1-1 again. Okay. It's kind of stabilized. Power crush is blocked. Ni gets a hatchet kick, goes plus frames, and just blocks. Bunch of small ducks. Mulgold probably looking for the QCB1 again. Sidesteps a 3+4. Mixing up his options after the DF1, pretty important. I think for newer players who pick up Fakuram, it can be too easy to pick the same options over and over, which may be where they're finding difficulty. And it's not just that you get like ducked or sidestep, it's that if you're always showing the same mix-up option, oh, taunt confirm. If you're showing the same mix-up option over and over, your opponent what the fuck? Back four. What was I saying? If you go for the same mix-up option over and over again, your opponent intuitively knows when they're not going to take damage. It's not even about like making the read and dying for it. It's that you're giving up pressure by creating like a safe spot in the gameplay. Up forward 2-2-2-3. DF1 3 cancel. Oh. There's the wall splat. DF1 4 cancel. Sorry. Okay, knows that it was going to be a low splat situation and stops the combo, and then he jet kicks through the Snake Eyes parry. The one time I'm happy seeing jet kick reversal break is getting through that Bryan move, man. Running 3, knee was ducking. And Mulgold hasn't been throwing as much running 3, probably due to the range that knee is operating at, right? It's a bit hard to get the running off without getting jabbed. Wow, nice. All standing 3. So, I think it makes sense that we see it less. Knee is positioning himself where it's harder to get off the big, slower running move. Because if you get jab floated, it's not worth it, right? Interrupt the standing 3 cancel. Knee, as much as Mulgold is varying his mix-up options, Knee is varying his defensive options, which, you know, is making it hard for Mulgold to get a lot of presence off of these mix-ups. Oh my, jet kick, never mind, he's dead. Oh my god, he's dead. Oh my goodness, he's dead. What a jet kick. Rage Art to finish. Mulgold looking to tie it up. Okay, DF2 counter hit. Knee boxing up close. String cancel again. Knee does 3+4 just in case Fakuram tried to play with his timing a bit there. When Mulgold was just blocking. Forward 3, down 4. Poking at the legs, permanent health damage. Down 4-2 extension. Goes for the mid extension in case Knee were ducking, but Knee, recognizing he doesn't need to find a big launch there. He's able to still fight up close here. And look, he's kept the life bar pretty equal even after losing that initial early lead. Nice sidestep, man! Sidestep right, jet upper around the tornado kick extension. Standing 3 into tornado kick, steppable. You can't spam step every time because of the homing high. Just have to make your RPS choice and be as clean as possible when you do make that choice. Flash duck into the jet kick, can't find the launch. See what I mean? Like, the numbers don't add up. If he gets jet kick and you don't get the launch when you read it, or that, the launch of the down 4 a little late. Oh, wall splat into death. Last hit situation, plus frames. Extension threat, and then a single jab. Mulgold closing it out quite nicely. Despite some good reads from Knee, could not keep it super tight in the end, and now it's the final game. The final game to make it to the grand final to challenge Lowhigh for the title of the strongest Korean, at least until the Tekken World Tour Finals. Tournaments are, by the way, tournaments are who is the strongest on that day, you know? And I think as spectators and as players, we put a lot of stock into those tournaments, but it's important, or those tournament results, but it's important perspective. Like, really, tournaments are not just about who has prepared the most. It's who can bring it, you know? And if you've ever competed in anything, you know that managing your condition on the day of is such a huge factor. It's not as simple as just, oh, I know the most frame data. I have the best neutral. It's, can you access it? You know, when everybody else is also trying to access it. It's part of the reason why Arslan Ash is so strong at Evo, or part of the reason why Arslan Ash's Evo runs are so impressive is because he accesses like a higher power level when he's at Evo, you know? And part of the tangentially related is it's cool that Knee is playing in Korea. You get to see a different form of Knee when he's not traveling. That's not downplaying his losses or anything like that. It's just cool to see. Taunt back 4, jet upper. You know? Not making this up. You can see it right before your very eyes. Heat smash caught him ducking, and 2 rounds out of nowhere, FDX was yapping about Arslan Ash and Evo, and now Knee is up 2 rounds. QCB1 counter hit, it might be a third right here. Boom, boom. Save the wall. Oh, whoa. EDX combo. Uh-oh. DF1 for heat engage. Mulgold not out of it. DF1 caught the sidestep button. Heat dash. Get him away from the exploding wall. Great choice. Hatchet kick. Forward 3 frame trap. Mulgold mashed at -5. And this time it didn't work out for him. Although a taunt 4 is what he needed to finish because the combo dropped. And Knee, stone cold, closes it out. Taking us to the grand final set. Lowhigh versus Knee. Yet again, a Bryan mirror after a tight winners final. If you recall, I know it was like 10 minutes ago, but if you recall, that went to final round. Last hit, Rage Art, 1-2-1, right? It was close. Anybody could have won that. Knee is coming off the momentum of beating Mulgold too. Lowhigh had some time to cool down. This is truly anybody's game. Knee has to win 2 first to 3 sets because it's a double elimination format, which means you have 2 lives in this tournament. Knee lost his first life to Lowhigh. Lowhigh still has 2 lives. Knee has to win twice. A Bryan mirror. Lowhigh rocking the Wesker fit. Knee with no shirt. It's time for a Bryan extravaganza. Okay, down back 3. QCB1. 1-2-1 counter hit. We're seeing a lot of that, right? In this Bryan mirror, we're seeing them take advantage of the fact that Bryan's poke game is weaker. So going -6 with a 1-2-1 over and over again is worth the potential reward of getting that permanent health damage, getting that control, getting that counter hit QCB1 that results from having those situations work in your favor. Oh, he thought it was a low splat, I think, so he didn't go for the up forward 2. But it was actually a clean combo. Hatchet kick. But in Tekken, it's better if you think the combo's going to drop, usually to just stop. Because you can lose the round. Wow, he came back with a QCB1. Very well placed. In Tekken, you can lose the round off of dropping a combo and trying to keep going for it and being in whiff recovery while your back is to the opponent because they got a tech roll off a sidewall. Back 2 counter hit? Sure. QCF2-1 wall splat. This is the arena stage. Every single combo is Bryan getting you to the wall. Okay, back 4. Oh, 1-2-1, the last hit counter hit this time. If you guys thought this was going to be a fast set, well, I got news for you. Buckle up. Back and forth, so many tiny interactions leading up to a gigantic counter hit. It's never over. Requiem. And this is looking quite ugly, but like I was saying, look at all the gray health from Knee being in heat state. He blocks the hatchet, it wall splats, but not enough to confirm into the launch, and then Lowhigh finds the counter hit while standing 2. Had that wall splatted, it may have just been Knee's round. It's such a volatile matchup, but you can't afford to just turtle up and do nothing either, because if you give Bryan free reign, he starts hatchet kicking you, he down 4s you. He has too many ways to win damage off a totally passive player. Hatchet kick. So you have to dance on the knife's edge of beating him up and not getting counter hit. And currently, Lowhigh is winning that dance with flying colors. Up forward 2, and it's a last hit situation. 1 + 2, 2, 1. Not even going for the mid. Not even giving him a chance of jet upper. He said, you'd have to duck this. A clean first game from Lowhigh. Second game, they go to Midnight Siege. Exploding hazard, definitely a huge factor. QCB1, Requiem, taunt. But it's only once, so. Wow, he kept swinging the down forward 1. Lowhigh gets counter hit after canceling the string and continuing to press buttons. I relate to that. Sometimes you just don't want to stop playing. You don't want to stop the right hand. Back 4. Nice block punish again. Very sharp. Back to Bryan mirror, you know, and they're both Bryan experts. Probably helps, but you know, still. Sidestep around the QCB1. Hey, Requiem pushing away from the wall. Very important strategic decision. Even though he wasn't going to get much healing from that. He also could have gotten a launch, but you know, getting away from the wall is a huge deal. Wow, interrupt the hatchet kick with 1-2 and then down 4 in immediate timing. Knee. Very much still in it. Multiple DF1s. Waited for the last one. Disrespected the last hit. Simple block punish. Wow, Requiem going under the 1-2, man. Sidestep heat burst. Tons of forward three, tons of dash jab. Wow, evading knees jab with sidestep Requiem. Okay, up forward twos. That heat's gonna run out, yep. What a block. Yep, only a small punish there. And sidestep attack gets counter hit by forward 1+2. This is a scrap for real. DF2. Nice. Okay, sidestep after the down 3+4. Interesting strategy from Lowhigh. It's a different low. It's a bit chunky, usually used in kill situations, but he's using the hit situation to sidestep. I gotta check out the frame data there. Bryan Fury, huh? Okay, knee. Aggressing hard with his heat state. Couldn't time out Lowhigh's. Lowhigh didn't heat dash. That could have been the end. Neo Incinerator. Exploding wall right behind him. Power crush. Didn't wall splat. Oh, whiff punish. And nice DF1 counter hit. Yeah, the Bryan down 3+4 is -1 on hit. So for all intents and purposes, down 4 is a superior button. But I don't know. Sometimes you just feel like using a different move, I guess. For how much I said, like, everything is done with intent, a lot of that intent can be subconscious, you know? Especially, and not every player is a thinker, you know? Some players are just precision tuned to play good Tekken off instinct. So maybe down 3+4 is that instinct. And Lowhigh couldn't close out with the quick down forward, but Knee didn't get a bigger punish. Taunt, and then he eats a power crush. Lowhigh is on tournament point. 2 straight games. With some really solid play. And for what it's worth, even though Knee did win EVO Japan, I think Lowhigh's Bryan performance has been way more consistent in Season 2. So, this is not just, you know, strongest Korean player asterisk, but also strongest Bryan. We have seen echoes and legends of Atif's Bryan. You know, it occasionally pops up in tournament. We see it mostly in stream matches against Arslan Ash. But if Atif's Bryan makes an appearance at TWT, that'll be a fantastic set of matches to watch. Sidestep right jet upper. Heat smash just for a simple conversion to kill. No funny business. I wonder if Knee uses a heat bind. A heat bind is important, not just for you know, heat smashing in that situation where you don't want to like drop a combo with a weird input, but also you can heat dash by holding the heat button instead of holding forward. So there are situations where you might have done a back input and you don't want to switch to forward. You can hold heat, like Steve's QCF1 into back. Or after a floor break, there's a bug where if you're back turned and you turn around, manual heat burst doesn't work. You have to use the heat burst bind. So there are a few reasons to have a heat burst bind that are legitimate, and I wonder if Knee has one. Makes me think about that is because he did that for the combo ender. Forward threes. Down back 3 while standing 4. DF1. Knee tried to challenge, got counter hit. Sidestep burst. Tons of 1+2 to try to stop those small sidesteps and win a bit of damage, rather than letting the opponent get away with the control of like sidestepping and you hesitating, like just picking a button to call him out. Maybe shut it down. Nice. Lowhigh, tournament point for real. This round could do it. He finds the QCB1. QCF2-2 pulling out some new stuff. Pocket sand when you have your opponent and your training partner's back to the wall is very nasty. Because as training partners, you're so comfortable fighting each other in so many situations, right? So a little pocket sand can go a long way. Orbital. Hatchet kick. Uh-oh. But Knee doesn't look uncomfortable. He gets low parry, though. Lowhigh. Wall splat? No wall splat. Down 4. This is possibly Knee's last rage state. Does he find a good rage art? He spends a Neo Incinerator. Running out of choices. Lowhigh. Solids up. Is that a verb? Dash, QCB1, down 4, last few hits, down to the wire, Knee finds the counter hit and is still alive. Lowhigh still only needs 1 round, but Knee denying that one great chance to have it. It was so close. Knee working those legs. He saw the orbital fail twice and is now going down on the ankles. Sidestep. That was a weird way to say that, but you know what I mean. 1-2. Knee heat bursts. Hatchet kick. Nice block with a full crouch down forward 2-1. Lowhigh still fighting with the 1-2s. Knee gets a sidewalk but doesn't get a big punish. And now they're boxing over and over. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Neo Incinerator. Nice backdash out of the forward three. Lowhigh, no. If that worked, it would have been sick. Knee goes for a throw punish. Again, no funny business. The simplest punishes possible, the most consistent options possible. It's now 1-2. Ooh, the poor cameramen getting this beam thrown at them over and over and over again. No insurance, no unions. QCB2, no confirm. DF1112. Oh yeah, Lowhigh stacking up the damage now. Keeping it small again. Taking advantage of Knee's sidestep defensive movement with the forward 1+2. But, or not the forward 1+2, with the 1+2. But his forward 1+2 got beat. Requiem is good though. Eat dash giving 2 extra combo hits means Lowhigh is going to get this wall and Knee is going to be dead. Very, very clean. This seems so stressful. Not only training partner matches, but Bryan mirrors for this many sets where you can never really like play the advantage as if it's a simple matter of closing it out. Like, yes, you can shrink your Tekken, like I was talking about. You can shrink your Tekken and keep it really small at the end there, but if Knee decides to use good defensive movement in those situations rather than trying to contest with a big button, then it can be just as ugly. You could duct and launch for 1-2. The Lowhigh's looking quite good. 1+2 throw. As soon as I say that, he doesn't break the counter hit throw. It is harder, to be fair. While standing 4. 1-2-4 counter hit. QCB1. Yep. Knee chilling out, finding the 1-2-1. Yep, it's all 1-2-1s. Lowhigh trying to QCB1. Requiem. Rage art after Requiem. No, man. I respect it, though. I respect it. Lowhigh digging deep into the bag. But he might have to just keep it simple. Wow, sidestep right on the delayed back one. Dash, dash, back one. Knee sidesteps cleanly around that. You give Knee time to download and it gets uglier and uglier. Although that doesn't really apply here because it's a training partner match, but still. Knee looking way more comfortable. What a hard duck. Man, if you're going to hard duck that long, I feel like you have to launch it, no? He was down there for so long. But I guess maybe he was about to stop the duck and didn't feel good enough to hit while standing 1. I get it. Well, I think I get it. Finishing the string and Lowhigh mashed. Suddenly, this set turning into Knee's favor. It's no longer a last round situation, but Knee having a round to play with and looking to equalize. Tons of just movement from Knee. He blocked it, didn't even punish it. 1-2-1. He's walked Lowhigh down to the wall, and now he's going to beat him up, but Lowhigh mock kicks to escape the situation. Bit of a built-in sidestep there. Sidestep heat burst. Uh-oh, he's out of there. This combo is going to be a bit awkward. Down 3+4 to stabilize the off-axis situation. Requiem to even correct further, and it does not even cost him the kill. He's still able to kill. Even spending the heat dash to adjust. The heat dash affects scaling heavily, but apparently not enough for Mr. Bryan Fury. Wow-wee. Whiff down back 3. Knee doesn't find the forward 4 whiff punish. Instead, Hatchet kicks him. Yeah, down back 3, I feel like this is very logical, right? A lot of 1-2s being exchanged. You pick down 3 just to get around that, so you can still attack, still win damage, without navigating around the 1-2. It's maybe a very simplistic explanation, but sometimes I think that's all it is. Like, the reason you use that low besides down 4 is because of the high crush. Hard duck. Hard duck for the orbital, but not in range to whiff punish, and Knee is now going in. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, but a down back 3 here could get orbital. Flash duck, sidestep, sidestep. Look at this. I told you, the 1-2 beats the sidestep if you have the right frames. But not in this situation, man. Flash duck, 1 jab, sidestep. He was +1. The 1-2 does not have the tracking. In that situation, for how vile a lot of the character changes were in Season 2, the fact that sidestepping is better in small Tekken situations like that is why I continue to get excited watching this game. It's why I get excited why I continue to get excited watching this game. That is always going to be cool to me, man. in tandem with everything else that's going on. QCB2 counter hit spark helps him twitch confirm that last hit. He's got half HP in less than 10 seconds. He's got a wall combo in less than 15. He's got Lowhigh in rage. Boom. Lowhigh can still heal. He can also heat engage. Yeah, this is gonna work out great. And now he still has rage damage even with like 45% HP. Keeping rage while having this health situation is so nasty. Look. Oh, what a punish. He tried to wedge drive him. He can kill. Oh, he blew up the wall though. I was gonna say maybe resplat and up forward too, but yeah, the rage art probably kills here anyways, but it's a lot less it looks ugly. Yeah, he's dead, But yeah, the fact that you can heal so much health and still keep your rage is so... doesn't sit right with me. Doesn't sit right with me. I think rage should maybe activate lower. I don't know. In Tekken 6, if you go back and watch that, rage like was really like the last few hits, and it did a ton of damage, but the fact that you can heal now really skews how rage works, I think. Wow. Lowhigh just won like 60% HP of all permanent health, which means Knee's heat engage here does not mean as much. I didn't even know he was going to heat engage right there. I was just like, if he were to go into heat, he would not get much out of it in terms of healing, but you know. Whoa, he got his rear! Oh my god, he turned around! I've never seen that interaction. Second hit, counter hit, taunt, forward 2-1-2! Knee got counter hit by the second double knee. Have you ever seen a more even Bryan mirror, bro? Forward dashes into down back 3 just to get under the jab that may have come, or the QCB one. The main threat there is orbital, right? But if both players are playing pokes and mids and jabs, then like the orbital is still at risk of being floated. So 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Looks like a Nina Anna match. 1-2, down forward 1-2. Low poke. Here we go. Yeah, 1-2. The commentators also 1-2, 1-2. Okay. This has been a tiny Tekken round, and then it explodes with the QCB1. Heat dash just to get a bit extra damage. Stabilize that wall angle. Great choices. That's the main thing. So like for how homogenized Tekken is getting with Tekken 8, there's still a lot of character-specific combo decisions to make. And I know heat dash to stabilize is not the craziest thing. Like that's like, oh yeah, of course you heat dash in the combo. But it actually, there are details that matter there. Like the fact that Bryan has a really silly wall ender that has the unscaled last hit means that you can afford to give up the scaling there. It affects how you calculate HP and calculate like resplats and SAT. And like maybe that's not the cleanest example of character specialization, but all of these small decisions do favor people who main one character. The problem is trying to main one character against the problem matchups in this game feels terrible in a 1-to-2 tournament setting. In long sets, you can make it work almost always. 1-2-1. Last hit caught him moving. Neo Incinerator, not enough to kill, but enough to create a last hit situation. DF2. Lowhigh once again finds himself on tournament point. We, as spectators, once again find ourselves in a 2-to-2, 2-to-2 final round. Down back 3, while standing 4. Knee finding quick pokes, but not able to get around the heat burst. He's looking good. Lowhigh catches up with the big hatchet. Oh, he got around it! Safe string to the back. You can 3-3-2, but only if you're cleanly all the way around. So Knee chooses the safe punish just to continue to extend his lead, but that lead is now gone. Both have snake eyes. No rage. Neo Incinerator. A forward for 1+2 might delete Knee's health bar. This is tournament point. Lowhigh does it. 3-2. Oh, look. That must be an emotional victory. I think I saw a brief moment of emotion there. Look at this again. It's so tight here. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2-1. Neo Incinerator sidestep duck is so clean. And Lowhigh is, I think he's feeling it. I can't speak to that. Maybe I'll have to ask. But what a win for Lowhigh in the Bryan mirror against the GOAT Bryan. For now, Lowhigh is the strongest Korean Tekken player. We'll see how it translates into the TWT finals. We'll see if his reign of dominance even continues. He's been playing extremely well in Season 2, so this is not by any means a surprising result. But it was certainly a hard-fought one, right? Fought knee to last hit in the winner's side. Fought knee to last hit on reset point in the loser's side. Well, he's not on the loser's side. Very, very great tournament from Lowhigh. Very, very great tournament from Lowhigh. Thank you for watching. We had a bit of a longer one today, but I'm glad we got through it. That will do it for the coverage of STL Season 2. In less than 2 weeks, we will be in the Tekken World Tour Finals, live streamed on my Twitch. We will work on getting a YouTube stream, but I can't guarantee it. So please check out the Twitch stream. And leading up to it, we'll be watching other matches. I'll be streaming tournament runs and things like that, just to try and get back in the swing of things. And really understand as much as I can going into this. Come into the stream, ask questions. Ask questions in the comments. I'm excited to see you guys. That's all I have for you today. Leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. Catch you in the next one. Peace.